Hello everybody, this is Robert Wojtowicz, your Chippewa Valley School Board trustee. This is before the meeting. Anyhow, tomorrow, February 2nd, 2026, we do have a board meeting. It's a regular board meeting. Just to let you know, next week on the 9th, we have a workshop. It's going to be discussing some things as far as the Fielding International, the information moving forward. I'll talk about that in a minute. Anyhow, tomorrow's meeting, we do have, prior to the meeting's at 6:30, usual time, and prior to the meeting, we do have a financial and a building and site subcommittee meeting. Not a lot usually discussed there, but you're more than welcome to come and see if you can find any good piece of information there. Anyhow, as far as tomorrow, we have a presentation regarding the National School Counselor Appreciation Week. I'm not saying it shouldn't be, but boy, we have show appreciation days, weeks, everything for everything nowadays. But anyhow, this is for the National School Counselor Week, and we're going to have a presentation, I guess, to appreciate them. I'm told that we're going to approve, or at least discuss, the new principal for the Chippewa Valley 9th grade center. I knew that Mr. Williams was retiring, but I knew nothing about the search for a replacement at this time, but I guess we're going to probably approve that tomorrow, along with another staff member, another teacher that we're going to be hiring, I guess. We're going to be going over the 2025-2026 budget and some changes that they have. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen with this. I do know that because of certain things with the state, we did delay things on the budget and stuff like that. But we're going to be going over that. We will be discussing the school of choice opt-in with the county. I guess we have to opt in that. I can't remember what we've done in the past. We probably did the same thing because we do have school of choice. We are going to be reviewing the master plan information and prepping for the February 9th workshop. This is what I had mentioned a few minutes ago. This is information, everybody knows how I feel about this. This information that we already had. I don't know why we paid all that money to get information that we already had, or the very little information we didn't, we could obtain super quick with a clerk. You don't even have to have the knowledge to know how to get this information. It's public information. All you have to, somebody could tell you where to go for it. Any first year marketing student could tell you where they get this information. But we're going to be going with the master plan discussion. Now, I'm sure that there's been discussion within the administrators, just not with, I almost said with the board, but I'm sure some of the board members have been in discussion too, just not me and possibly another board member. We know nothing about what's in the works. I have asked some of the information. I and another board member have requested tours for our schools, because even after all the years I've been on the board, I still have not seen the inside of our schools. All of our schools have been refused entry, even though by law I am legally not only allowed, but pretty much obligated to go in to do my job as an elected official and take care of things. But they denied me. They've threatened me with trespassing, all kind of stuff. So I haven't been able to go into our schools. The Fielding International, they've had free run of our schools. Now, we're told that they were supervised. Okay, well, I can't say definitely, but I haven't seen any proof of that. But they've had free run of our schools during the day, during the night, anything else. pretty much more than what a board member has, or certain board members have had. And now they come through with recommendations. Some of it is how students interact with things and the overcrowding and things like that. So me and another board member have requested, in order to be able to give our input and vote on this master plan stuff, we wanted to have tours of the school. We wanted to go into the schools and see what they were seeing. And we've been denied. Now, the only thing that has come through is that they said, well, after hours with a chaperone, we can get you in. I said, well, that's not going to show me what I need. I need to know how the children are interacting, because this is the stuff that fielding is telling us is important. So I have to know how the children, how our students interact with certain things, where it's overcrowded, things like that, not to disrupt the day, but to do the same thing, identical to what Fielding International, the company, the people that didn't even have background checks, from what I'm understanding, went into our schools. And I only say that because that's a huge thing. I keep on hearing how, oh, background checks, even though they can't even tell me what would eliminate somebody through a background check. Okay, so they don't even know what they're doing. It's just a key word that they think it sounds important, in my opinion, that's it. But I want the same access to that to see what Fielding has seen, so that I can relate to what they're claiming and go from there. And I'm being refused. I was told I can only go in after hours, and they won't even allow me to do anything else. That's unacceptable. Because as an elected official, as a board member, I have the legal right, the legal obligation to go into our buildings and observe what's going on. And no, not disrupt things. I know that's the first word they're going to try and say, well, you can't be disrupting everything. Okay, well, that's not what we're saying here. We're saying observe. Observe what is going on. And I have to say, with them going to the extents they have, what are they hiding? What are they covering up? Why will they not let me, as an elected official, elected board member, the public has told me they want me to go in and fix things. And they're hiding it from me. So what are they doing? Anyhow, those tours, they're going to claim that they gave us the right to have tours, and no, they didn't. They said on holidays when nobody else is there, so we're supposed to not have the holiday. We're supposed to take that time to see what they want to show us. And that's all they're doing. They're showing us what they want to show us. Again, not the truth, in my opinion, right? So what are they hiding? Why can't we get a tour just like this Fielding International had? I want to see what they came up with, what they saw in order to come up with what the ideas they claim they have. Anyhow, that's with that. We're going to be doing that. We're going to be going over that in preparation, I guess, for the February 9th meeting, workshop, whatever. 3 of us met with our reproductive health administrators. Some of you know it as SEAB. So I guess there's certain words you can't say on YouTube, so I won't go into that. But SEAB, our reproductive health administrators. And unfortunately, which isn't surprising because it's happened so many times in the past, I felt like I was being sold a used car by what they were telling me and the way they were telling me. It was a sales pitch. They were only, and there was things that just, we were come up with that we knew just wasn't even right. And yet they still tried to get away with it. But I felt like I was being sold a used car by the way they were doing things and what they were telling me, the answers they were giving me, and everything else. On top of that, there's many, many serious concerns, possible rules and laws that are being broken. And it seems like they're just trying to brush it off as usual. They're trying to cover it up. They're trying to get it ignored, hoping people will forget about it. This is things that I believe are against the law, that they're doing wrong. It's proven. And they're not answering that. So, now mainly, Mrs. Radyko is continuing to pursue with emails and requesting information that she's being denied, even though as a board member she is more than entitled to, and they are obligated to give her this information to do her job. Sound familiar? For years they've been doing this to me, and I've been telling people, I was saying this is information that they are obligated to give me. It's just basic information. They refuse to give me information. They refuse to give me stuff to do my job as an elected official. For years they've been doing this to me. So now they're starting to actually do it to Mrs. Radyko. Two of us board members are going to keep going, though, until these things are addressed or taken care of. I'm told that Mr. Roberts is going to do some kind of a little, like he does his little speeches or something, trying to act like we addressed it and covered it up. But some of these things need to be covered up by the law. They are saying, I guess they have to talk to their attorneys or whatever, and things like that. Okay, well, they are going to talk to attorneys. As a board member, I should be able to hear what the attorneys say also. So, now I don't know, maybe that's what this executive session is for. We have an executive session after the meeting. But again, look at this nice used car here. Just listen to what we have to say and buy it. It's a nice one. Just go ahead. It was owned by one little old lady that only drove it on Sundays. This is the kind of feeling and the answers we are getting. What are they trying to cover up? I'm requesting, I've been told that Mrs. Radyko has requested more than once for these items to be put on the Monday board agenda for discussion. And they're refusing. As everybody has seen for years, every time I requested to have legitimate items put on the agenda, they gave me the runaround. They disrespected me. They lied to me. At one point, they kept on changing the rules every time they changed it. They told me, well, you can't just put it on the agenda now. You have to go early. I went and I did it a week earlier, and they wouldn't put it on the agenda. Then they said, well, you can't put it on the agenda at this time. You have to do this way, and you have to have 3 seals and a couple blown up balls in order to do it. And stuff like that. Okay, it got to be ridiculous. In fact, I brought it up at the meetings, what was happening there. They kept on changing the rules and being ridiculous. And on top of that, I believe it was 1 or 2 meetings after they went through this junk with me, that kpearl, during the meeting, decided to say, oh, guess what? We're changing the agenda. We're putting this item on the, I forgot what it was, but we're putting this item on the agenda at the last minute. Now, I called him out on it. If you go back and watch the meetings, I called him out on it. And it was ridiculous. After all that they put me through for like 2 months, and I tried to comply with everything they did just to find out they were just playing games. They were just trying to change the rules, just like didn't have to put it on the agenda. And then he goes and he changes it. And everybody on the board, the same ones that always voted against me, they voted with him to change the agenda. What are they trying to hide, people? Why do they keep breaking the rules? And why are they only going after certain board members? So anyhow, we will have I guess the last item is we're going to have an executive session on Monday. This could be totally legit. I don't know what it's about. It could be totally legitimate. But this could also be another violation of the Open Meetings Act, which If I think it is, I will call them out. And I cannot be part of that. Now, it is my obligation to, if they are going to break the Open Meetings Act blatantly, that I can prove, it is my obligation, according to law, to not partake in it and to report it, for what that's worth. I mean, let's face it, we're outnumbered here. Things have got to be fixed. But that's about the meeting tomorrow, February 2nd, 2026. If you go to my Facebook page, I've had some nice, busy events. Very interesting. A lot of information, a lot of stuff like that. But if anybody sees me out there, please stop and say hello. I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to hear what's on your mind. I'd love to tell you my views if you don't already know. And just remember, a college degree doesn't make you intelligent. Have a great day, everybody. Hope to see you tomorrow evening. Bye now.